Welcome back to the audiobook classroom. Today we're going to go over how you can use Reader for doing your annotations. Preview has been getting worse and worse on the Mac platform lately, so I'm going to show you a few ways that you can do a lot of the same things that you would do on Preview, but in Reader there are more options and it's quite a bit more powerful once you know what you're doing. In front of me is the free version, so it's just Reader. This is not Acrobat. In another video, we'll go over some of the advanced stuff that Acrobat can do. When you open up a script, this is what you see. I have Pro Tools open on the bottom just to show you how I arrange my sessions. People have different ways of putting the windows on the screen, but I like giving myself as much real estate as possible for the script. So, a few things before you get started making this method make sense. Under Acrobat Reader Preferences, under General, to do this version right, you have to have Use Single Key Accelerators to Access Tools checked. That is very important for the following method. You will see that there are two wings on the screen. Over here are the comments. Oh, and if you haven't selected it yet, we're going to be working in the comment screen. And then over on the left is this view where you can open up your page thumbnails. Right away, you can do a few different things with sizing. If you hit Command plus and minus over on the side, you can adjust how your thumbnails look. And in the middle, Command plus and minus adjusts the zoom factor there. If you hit the return key when you're in the middle, it will take you exactly to the next page. So you see at the bottom it says left back cursing. When you hit return, it goes one line after that. It's very consistent, so if you have your hotkeys set up to turn your pages, the return key is very good about going exactly the right distance. Now, when it's time to annotate, we'll get some settings straight here. Have that T selected for now, and go ahead and hit Shift and U. And you'll see some colors change up here. Shift U, now it's on the T with the underline, Shift U, T with the cross through, Shift U, and it's on the highlighter. We want the highlighter for this particular version. And when you hit Escape, you'll see that goes away. And then when you hit the U key on your keyboard, it comes back. Escape, U, Escape. The other one that you're going to want to get to is you want this for the default selection, this red box there. So hit Shift D and it will cycle you through some options up top. If you don't see all these icons at the top, you might have to hit the collapse drawing tools and then open them back up, expand drawing tools. So we want the default on here for future reference. So Shift D, you'll see it move to that tool right there, and then the polygon. Now it's on the pencil, the eraser, the cloud shape, the arrow, the line, and then the box. So once you've hit Shift D a bunch of times, now that is the default when you hit the D key, and that highlighter is the default when you hit U. And this is why this is important. So, say, as the narrator is reading, they say danger instead of dagger. If you hit U, it opens up your highlighter, and you can highlight the few words around it by clicking and dragging. It'll open up a comment box. We're not going to mess with that right now. Hit Escape, and then hit X. So there's your hotkey, X, and it'll give you a text cursor. Drag as long as you want to make a text box where you want to put it, and then start typing in the page and the pickup info. So this is page 6, 1 down, P6, 1 down, danger for dagger. And when you hit the end, hit the escape key. So you'll notice that you have the highlight and you have the text box with the information. You also have that same information over here. But this is the closest thing using hotkeys I've been able to get to how Preview works. And they're cleaner hotkeys, and you won't get errors when you start dragging pages around later. Preview's turned into a mess with all the bugs, and Adobe Reader and Adobe Acrobat are very consistent with how they work together. So you keep going, and say they said wrenched, they said wretched instead. Hit the U key, drag and highlight, escape, X, drag, P6, 10 down, wretched, 4, wrenched, escape. So this can go really quickly once you get moving through it. Now, if you don't like the highlight method, or for PRH projects you can't use highlights, you have to use the red boxes. So that's why we set up the D. So instead of saying U for highlight, you hit the D key, and that turns into there. So say they said head instead of heart. After you hit D and that's highlighted, same thing. Click around there, hit escape, hit X, drag, page 6, 15 down, head, 4, heart, escape. So moving along in that process, it's very clean. You can change the font, you can change some of the colors of the highlights. It has a lot of power. Your search function is much more powerful on Reader as well. So when you search for things, say you're looking for danger, it also looks in the text that you put in there. So overall, it's just a much better tool. In the next video, I'll go over some of the advanced formatting options that Acrobat has.